You're doing your homework and you need to check the time, so you look on your phone, see you have a Facebook notification and then a Twitter notification, and then you have to text your best friend. Before long, you realize you spent 30 minutes on your phone while you could have been doing your homework. We as a society, we need to limit our use of technology. In these next few minutes, I'm going to tell you the reason why. Too much technology can lead to depression, less of a social life, can worsen your sleep, and it can worsen your overall health. Even though people say technology is great, it's excellent, I do agree with that, but we need to learn how to limit. Now, let's get started on what the negative effects of technology are. First, it can lead to depression and less social interaction. Because you're not face-to-face with someone and not having that contact, you feel lonelier. Here's a quote from lead researcher Dr. Nakauza. He said, the results suggest the prevention of mental disorders and sleep disorders requires the restriction of computer use to less than 5 hours a day. And I completely agree with that. This is a personal example of how my friends use too much technology. We'll be having a great conversation face to face, and then one of them, they'll get a notification on their phone, and he'll be like, keep on going, I'm listening. And I can tell he doesn't have his full undivided attention on me anymore while it's an important conversation. So we need to limit our use of technology, especially around other people when you're with them. Now that I have discussed how technology can lead to depression and less of a social life, let's talk about how technology can mess with your sleep cycle. Next, it affects your good night's rest. Researchers suspect that it somehow messes with your sleep hormone melatonin. It tells you when to, it's a natural chemical in your brain, and it tells you when to go to sleep and wake up, and it messes with your sleep cycle in general. Technology, it also serves as a big distraction before bed. You'll be on your computer, on Xbox, on your phone, on social media, watching TV, waiting, just wanting to catch this last episode of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo or whatever you watch. Before long, you get carried away and you realize you've been missing hours of sleep. So the next morning, you feel tired because you didn't get enough sleep. You should start to relax an hour before bed. You could read, meditate, pray, anything. Alright, now let's move on to another main point. Too much technology can also lead to health problems. 60% of people who listen to music with earphones listen to it above the safe level, according to a poll called Is Australia Listening? So even our iPods, iPhones, phones can worsen our hearing and our health. Also, sitting at a computer too long can lead to bad posture because you're constantly hunched over at a desk. You can be doing your homework, studying, or just working. And that constant repetitive hunch, it can lead to less oxygen and blood flow, which is kind of surprising. Just that one little simple gesture can do that much to you. Another thing, that's staring at the screen too long. Dr. Anderson, he found that if you just stare at a screen too long, it can cause poor vision because your blinks go from 20 times a minute to 2 times a minute. Now that's a big difference. And then that leads to dry eyes, which no one likes, and it can be hard to fix. I'm not telling you to throw your technology out the window because of all these negative effects. You can still use it. I'll still use it. People say technology helps them keep in touch with friends, and it helps them with their homework. It helps make life easier. While this certainly is true, we need to learn how to limit it. You can, instead of texting a friend and looking at the screen, you can call a friend. Even though it's still using technology, you're still getting more of an interaction. And also with homework, you can use technology to assist you with homework, but you should learn how to look through a book. We shouldn't be codependent on our computers or anything like that. I fall victim to this. Instead of looking through my textbook, I'll sometimes just Google the answer and that doesn't teach me anything. And we check our phones too much. According to Wollaston, he said studies have shown that the average American checks their phones 110 times a day, 75% of this being from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. During these hours, we should be spending time with our family, reading a book, doing homework, cleaning, exercising, anything. Alright, as I end this speech, I will sum up the main points. Now that I've given you these facts of why too much technology is bad, I challenge you all to limit yourself. You don't have to give up technology completely. It's not going to be that hard. However, if you use it sparingly, you'll find it's worth it, because in the end, you'll be happier, have more of a social life, get a good night's rest, have more energy that next day, and you'll have better overall health. I hope you all succeed in my challenge of limiting your technology use. Thank you all for listening.